In other words, these are not going to be the interpretations of trained musicians.
Hi.
Which I think is all good.
Let me just see.
Now, there are three kinds of music on this fantastic program.
So.
First, there's the kind that tells a definite story. Then there's the kind that has no specific plot.
I'm making another video.
Series of more or less.
And what I'm trying to do is go from the bottom to the top. I'm already at the bottom right now. So it's real. I'm really going to see if this really works. I've been studying the law of attraction for, oh, I don't like these glasses. Okay, hold on.
What you will see on the screen is a picture of the various abstract images.
Okay, that was better.
If you sat in a concert hall listening to this.
Fuck it. I'm just like, whatever. Okay. I'm at the bottom. I'm trying to work myself to the top. I've been studying the law of attraction for 10 years now, hardcore 4 years. In the last 6 months, I've been really focused on stars and astrology and trying to understand and comprehend what's going on with that. But I've got so much going on that I have to kind of like put everything like I could do this only on this time. I can only do this at this time. I can only do this at this time. And the reason why I make these videos is because basically it's more personal for me, so I could see where I started and I'm going to the top. I'm not trying to buy advertisement. I'm not trying to get any, don't subscribe, don't click, you can like, don't like, I don't care. If you comment, I won't have time to answer. I'm just being real, okay? This is just to see if this works. Now, it's very hard. It's hard for me to put this into play. I've been working my ass off for the last 10 years. I've been falling on my face for the last 10 years, crying like, I don't get it, I don't get it, I don't get it. And if you're where I'm at now, so you understand where I'm coming from as a person. Now, I wasn't going to make a video. I told myself, if I don't do anything, at least make a video of your progress every single solitary day, no matter what. If it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. My goal is to try to get them down to like 5 minutes and done. But sometimes they're getting into 30 minutes for what? I don't get it. But I'm a procrastinator. I'm a big time procrastinator. I'm emotional. I've got all these personality traits that I had to learn how to rechannel and understand when that procrastination comes up. Like today, I did not want to make a video. I'm telling you, I did not want to make a video. I hate that hair. But girl, you look good. See, I can see myself. I'm talking to myself. Hey, self, what's up? What's up, self? Hey. No, let me stop. I didn't want to make a video. I really didn't. I just got a lot of stuff going on, and it was like a rough night last night, but I'm doing the best that I can. And I was like, I'm done. I was like, I didn't want to do this anymore because I don't like being on camera. It's uncomfortable for me, and I'm trying very hard to get out of this shell and be on camera and try to have my personality just glow, and I can't do it because I'm stumbling over my words and like, what do I say now? But I'm just trying to keep it real, okay? Everything that I've learned, everything that I've studied, just because it took me 10 years to get where I'm at right now, it doesn't mean it's going to take you 10 years. Now, it took me 10 years because I had a lot of demons in the back of my head that kept on coming up. Childhood was horrible. I mean, you can watch I guess I have to kind of like give you a little bit of a glimpse of what I've been doing. So if you hit this video and you missed all the other ones, that's cool. Let me just keep you up to grade. I was doomed the day I was born, literally, and taken away at 10 and a half, in and out foster homes, group homes, name it, hanging out on the street, Mission, 16th and Mission, Cortland, Big C. I mean, think about Diablo Park. I mean, I did all of that because I was in group homes, foster homes, and I just, culture. You learn culture as you go. And I'm very grateful for that because being in those situations opened my heart up to different situations and understand where people are coming from because it's a culture. And sometimes I'm like, you can't get mad because that's culture and everybody's right in their own mind. But I've learned that as I've gotten older. So here I am. So basically, that's my childhood. It was bad, horrible, blah, 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 blah. That's so what? It's in I put some videos out there. I talked about it a little bit. You can find them if you want to learn a little more about me. But what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to manifest freedom. I want to be financially free. Now, I don't want to be like the richest woman in the world, because that comes with a lot of responsibility. And I don't want any more responsibility on my plate. I have enough responsibility on my plate that I can handle right now. But so it took me 10 years to get where I'm at right now, because I had to go through those demons and deal with all that crap that was in my head and learn how to rechannel all those emotions that came up. Like fear, I turned it around and made it a happy emotion, because fear and happy, or fear and excitement, are the same kind of feeling. We just got different names for it. It doesn't matter if you're feeling that way, and it's with the thought, that feeling is going to come up. So are you going to feel fear and think of the fear, or are you going to feel the fear and think, okay, let me channel that, I'm happy. I'm happy. You got to play games like that with yourself, because if you don't, you're going to let your thoughts control you. Literally, they can control you, and you don't even realize you're thinking you're doing it, but in all reality, it's your brain that's working against you. But the best thing about that, the good news is, you can learn how to rechannel that. Now, I'm 50, and I just started learning this stuff with that DVD that just came out a long time ago, about 11 years ago, what the bleep, the and then The Secret came out afterwards. What the bleep, the Secret, what the bleep, the Secret. So I played with that, and so I can learn as much as I can. So now, 10 years later, I'm here. I just got a scratch of the surface. It took me, I'm a little late in the game. But you know what they say, better late than never. I'm older, so it was harder for me to learn it, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you feel like you're too old, then you're too old. But you can look at yourself and say, hey, fear is just, or age is just a number. They made us think that getting old, like age is, you're old now. You're a senior citizen. Fuck no. I ain't no motherfucking senior citizen. I'm never going to go down like that. And when I do become of age, I'm still going to look good. I'll be a classy well, maybe not classy, but I'll be you a fine ass old woman. That's what I'm going to get on the street. Fuck that. There's no fucking way I'm going to go down like that. And if I do, and I have, as long as I have the ability to control this, and we all could do it, I'm not going down without a fight. Okay? Nothing is going to nothing's going to take me out of this world but God Almighty Himself. Nothing can snatch me out of God's hand but God Himself. And if it's my time to go, then it's my time to go. But trust me, I ain't ready yet. I got another 50 years. In the next 50 years, I'm going to make it. I don't know how. I'm going to be financially free. I'm going to be on a beach. I'm going to have a beach house, maybe a cottage, maybe a house in every city that I want to be in. Who knows? But I'll tell you this. I'm not going to go down without a fight. Procrastination was one of the hardest emotions or personality traits for me to recognize and get rid of. Procrastination controlled me. I'll do it tomorrow. Looking at a book, that's like hella pages. I'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes, people. And if you start seeing yourself saying, I'll do it tomorrow, no, step back. It's like, no. Let's just do it now. And you know what? Looks can be deceiving, because once you start doing it, it's like, why was it so hard for me to do that? The reason why it was so hard is because you allowed your procrastination to control you. I thought I was like 90% in control of my procrastination, but today, I feel like I'm more 80% of control of my procrastination. I've been working on and trying to scrape that shit out of my brain like cancer since 10 years ago. Okay? And I still am at 20% procrastination. And I don't want to be at procrastination, never. So every time it comes up, like I didn't want to do a video, and I'm keeping this real because this is going to happen. You're going to fall on your face and you're going to be like, I don't want to do it, and you're not going to do it. Unless you catch yourself. Then I'm like, I'm not going to do a video because I'm tired of looking at myself at these dumbass videos, and I'm going from one story to the next because I'm uncomfortable, but I'm going to make myself do it because I want to be comfortable in front of a camera or in front of people where I can communicate and be able to tell my side of the story without shutting down immediately and just quiet and closing my mouth. I'm so afraid of speaking up. But one day, if I keep on doing this, I'll be able to defend myself, not in a violent way. I mean, there's two different things here. There is there's procrastination. I lost my thought. See? Where was I? See, I wish somebody was here. Like, Reese, you were about to say, and I'm like, oh yeah. But see, I lost my thought. Damn. Anyways, I'm trying to keep these at 15 minutes. I said I was going to do another video. Here I am making another video. I didn't want to do it because I was about to let procrastination kick in, but I said, no, I'm doing it. And here I am making it again. I'm trying to manifest a crazy, happy, healthy lifestyle. And I'm having issues today trying to get into my go lucky. Like, okay, your happiness rotates from 1 to 10, 1 to 10. And you're never always going to be at a 10 at all time. It would be nice to be at a 10 at all time. And maybe that's possible. Maybe you can do it. But me, I have to really try to focus on 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9. And I get a 10, great. Sometimes I go down to a 1. I'm not going to lie. And then I got to go back and I make myself go back to 8. So I always try to focus on staying at a 7, 8, 9. And I hit that 10. And maybe one day I could always be at a 10. And that would be an amazing, just floating. I'll be fly higher than an eagle. That's my goal. So, yeah, I'm just to the point now where age is just a fucking number. And it doesn't matter how old you think you are. If you're alive and you could see and you understand what I'm saying, then maybe you should try to do what I'm doing. Because, I'm sorry, I have issues with my... Obviously, if you've been watching... Okay, you can do it. Don't let yourself... Don't make yourself stop. Don't allow yourself to fall into a vortex, because everything is in a vortex. The thing is, every time I read the Bible and everything that I'm studying, and it's crazy. Now, I don't know. Okay, now mind you, the Bible, there's a lot in the Bible since I was little that I didn't understand. But when I started questioning things in the Bible to my family, or at that time I was little, you're not allowed to. For some reason, that's the way it is, and that's it. Just shut up and listen to what they say in the Bible. Follow the Bible, you'll burn in hell forever. The Bible says the only way to God is through Jesus, right? Well, the last 6 months I've been studying stars. The last 4 years, but 2 years straight, I've been studying quantum physics. And the shit that they be talking about the stars, and the shit that they be talking about quantum physics, these Bible stories keep on coming up in my motherfucking head. I'm like, wait a minute. That makes more sense. That's what the Bible's talking. I was like, wait a minute. So is that what the Bible's talking? It's all in poetry. And they make it confusing. You know? The children, free the children. How, free my slaves. Moses came to free the slaves and free the children. It's your lower conscious mind. You have scepters in your brain. You have thousands of these motherfuckers in your brain. And you could control these scepters like a little alien inside of your brain. You're controlling them through your thoughts. You don't see it. You don't feel it. But you are. This is how we are made. So now, at first, all of my scepters were in the left side of my brain. And the left side, and way deep down, I was living way deep down in here, all boo-hoo crying, like, wah, wah, and I keep on tracking all that motherfucking shit, and it's like, so now I was like, no, after 10 years, now I'm like, I'm done. I'm done with y'all. Come on, kids, let's go. I'm done. Let the dead bury the dead. Now, come on. You understand that when you were little? You accepted that when you're little. It's in the Bible. Google it. Jesus said, let the dead bury the dead. I don't know the scripture. Just Google it. And that one right there killed me. Like, what do you mean by that? What? How the fuck does a dead bury a dead? And we're looking at it realistically. What he meant was, this here where we're living, that's dead. Let the dead worry about the dead. Get your fucking ass over here on the right side, bitch. Come on. What you doing, you dumb fuck? I mean, so I'm like, okay, I'm coming. I'm coming. But going over to the right side is not an easy way. Is not easy to get over there. Because you have to come up there with no thought. And with no thought, you know how Jesus said, come to me with no thought. Now, I said, what the fuck does that mean? Well, as I've been studying quantum physics and as I've been studying astronomy, it all goes kind of hand in hand. And the Bible is talking about the same motherfucking thing. And it makes more sense, believe it or not, with quantum physics and astronomy. Like, I get it. I get it. I just don't know how to explain it the way they do. They are very intelligent people. There's a handful. I just want to be on that all the time. But I have to learn this, build a store online to make, I want to be financially free, right? So I have to work and I have to try to figure out how to build a business online and I have to do all that. And I don't like it. I want to stay in the whole different, I want to stay in the whole different world. Quantum physics. Love that shit. Okay. So that was burying the dead. And in the Bible, we all know to get to God, you got to go through Jesus. Well, as I was studying the Egyptians back in the day, they worshiped the sun. And we're like, why are you worshiping in the sun? And they don't call dead dying. They call it westing. Westing. Okay? Oh. Spinach, asparagus, hell of it. Every day. Apples to make it sweet. You can throw a strawberry in there if you want to. Organic. Blend that shit up. Use alkaline water. Bon appetit. Fuck that. I want to live another 50 years. So, bon appetit. I don't know if that's going to work, but spinach and asparagus. God dang it. Spinach and spaghetti. Mix that shit up. And drink it. Put it in your blood. Put it in your blood. I don't care how ugly it looks. It's good for you. Don't believe it? Don't believe me? Google the shit. And don't take my word. And don't take their word. Google the shit out of it. And find out what works for you. People. Listening to people. Okay, here we go. See? 18 minutes. Jesus said, no, God said to get through Jesus. To get to him, you got to go through Jesus. It's in the Bible. And I'm not doing it right. I don't know the scripture, but I know it's in the Bible. I read that. And I've never understood, like, okay, so I have to pray to Jesus. But God doesn't want us to put a God in front of him because he's a jealous God, because that's in the beginning of the Bible. So is it okay to, but see, Jesus and God is the same. But God also said that we are made in his image. So aren't we children of God too? Not just Jesus. Jesus is his only son, but we are all the image of God. So doesn't he have 1 billion or 700 billion daughters and sons? I don't get it. So when I started studying the Egyptians, and when I started studying quantum physics and astronomy, now I only been doing astronomy for 6 months. It's hard for me to understand. There's a book he wants me, oh well, not me, but everybody to follow him, because he says it's like the beautiful book that's ever been written. And when he's reading the book out loud, I don't understand the words. I just don't. So I know I'm going to have to get the book, and I'm going to have to get a baby dictionary, because I know when I start pulling up these words and pulling up in the dictionary, I'm not going to understand what the dictionary is saying. So I have to get a baby dictionary to understand what the dictionary is, so I can go back to that word. That's going to take me forever to read. Procrastination. I'll do it tomorrow. No. I'm going to order that shit today, as soon as I'm done with this. Okay, so you can't get to God until you go through Jesus Christ. So I never really understood that until yesterday. Would sing to my soul. And I don't understand. Jesus is our sun god. Jesus, believe it or not, represents the big beetle from the Egyptian culture. I get it. I'm like, oh, okay, represents Jesus. But Jesus, there was a man, a prophet that walked on this earth that was Jesus Christ, the Son of God, that he tried to teach us. So Jesus is the Son God. God and Jesus knew that he had to be in human form to come here to save us, not just to be crucified and murdered. He was murdered, people. There's a whole story to that one. But he was trying to teach us that heaven is within us. Two have to become one. Never understood that. Long story short, there's this oil that we produce in the back, and we have to learn how to push it up and hit our pineal gland. Nobody, and if you open up your pineal gland, you'll be able to be with God. Apparently, you could have communication with God. That's because you become a prophet. The only thing is, back in the past, they knew that couldn't happen because we needed our slaves. But we have power to open that pineal gland, is what I've learned. And it makes sense to me. And it talks about the pineal gland in the Bible. Oh, it's all over the Bible. The Bible is all about stars and the human body. And if you understand, you go back into it after I've been doing all of this research with quantum physics and astronomy, all these stories just kept on popping up in my head. Like, wait a minute, I questioned that. That makes more sense. So if I talk about the Bible and what I've learned, and it's not my stuff, it's stuff that I've learned. So, I could be wrong. It's okay if I'm wrong. I don't care if I'm wrong to you. But what makes sense to me matters. And that shit makes sense to me. Okay? So when you pray to God, think of the sun. Look at the sun in your head. You see the sun. When I talk about the sun, you see it in your head. Close your eyes and go to him, he says. You got to come to him pure. So that means you got to cleanse your body. How do you cleanse? Water, vegetable drinks. Stay away from, I don't know if you like to smoke or drink or whatever. You got to stop doing that. And I know how hard it is to give up some of this stuff. Come on, 50 people. I've been through it. But I do want to open up my pineal gland. And I'll tell you what, there's only one reason why I want to open this pineal gland. Not to be a prophet and learn all that stuff that Todd said he would teach you. I want to go to God and say, Dad, what's up, Dad? I'm here. I opened up that pineal gland because I got a question for you. Are you serious? We sat up here together and wrote this life for me. I agreed to this. This is what we talked about. What were we thinking? What were you thinking? This was difficult. This was a nightmare. I don't get it. So please explain that to me. I can't wait to see if I could open my pineal gland. But I talk to him like that all the time anyways. He hears me. And I hear him through whispers, or like when I say whispers, I mean he talks to me suddenly. He could talk to me through a video. He could talk to me through a word. He could talk to me through people. He could talk to me through, as I'm going, I'm like, okay, thank you, God. And I'm asking him, what's next? I'm constantly seeking him. And he knows it. And he's throwing me these clues and these little inklings. So that's how I talk to him. It's not like he's in my head saying, hey, Reese, I wish he was. Gosh, I'd be like, I want to go. He go, hey, why would you want to even do that, Reese? You know what's going to happen when you go that way? I want him in my head like that. I want to hear him in my head. But I feel him in my heart. And that's what matters the most. And that's all that's all, folks. Porky Pig. I love cartoons. Sorry. I'm a cartoon kind of girl, as you can tell. Anyways, thank you very much. And I do hope and pray that we all could come together in harmony and work in synergy, and maybe we could come up with a plan to get rid of that fucking garbage island that's in the middle of the ocean. Mother Nature gonna come down and whoop our asses for that one. You don't believe me? Google that shit. That shit scares the shit out of me. I swear, if I could raise money just to get that cleaned up, I will. Maybe that's what I'll do with all. If I make a lot of money like that, oh, I'm opening up a nonprofit organization. And I'm going to raise some money. I'm going to get that shit clean. Because it's not just America that did that, people. We, as a world, did that. From all that pollution, all that oil leaks in there, all the garbage has been... You know, we don't know what's cooking under there. We don't know what God's got planned. The earth is smart. Earth is alive. Earth knows what it's doing. Maybe you want a plastic island. Maybe, but you have to understand, 90% of the earth is water. 90% of it, 10% is land. I mean, you don't believe me? Google it. Look at it. You can see it with your eyes. Come on. I mean, you got to see with your head too. Seeing is not believing, believing is seeing. But there's sometimes when you could see this shit with your eyes, you got to start believing that I could get that clean somehow. 90% of the earth is water. If we continue to throw the garbage in the ocean like that and it continues to grow, where do you think the water is going to go? Think about that one for a minute. It's not going to disappear. It's going to be pushed. We're building a dam. And guess where it's going to go? San Francisco, open your golden gates. Oh, it's going to hit the land, people. Maybe not in mine, your time. But what about your children and your grandchildren and your family? Where's your love? How far is your love? You know, I'm not even worried about the family. What I'm worried about is Earth. The planet is alive. And we are fucking with it. And we are not in correspond with Mother Nature. And do you possibly think in your wildest imagination, Mother Nature is going to allow us to fuck with her like that? She gonna come down with vengeance, people. She already gave us some hints. I don't know, tornado. Let's talk about that. What kind of hints do you think she gave us? Tornadoes, floods, fire, places that's never been hit before. It's getting worse. And you guys don't see it. We continue to throw the garbage in the ocean. Sweden, thank you. Sweden, oh, thank you. They designed how to turn their garbage into natural energy. Well, you know, I'm still doing research on it, but it's actually fascinating. Do research on it. Why aren't we doing that now? Why can't we make a law that no more garbage, I'm sorry, garbage company, you're out. Unless you figure out the garbage company needs to turn around and make energy out of that shit. Then we can say goodbye to PG&E, and maybe they won't be threatening me to turn off my PG&E bill once a month. You know, I'm always making an extension. Fuck, if you guys could generate or make something where we could put garbage into like a garbage can and it generates energy for our house, I'd be running around digging in the garbage just to bring home garbage. Shit, hey, you got any garbage? I'm almost out. Think about it. I'd be going on. We would definitely get rid of Plastic Island. Plastic Island wouldn't be there, but we would need that garbage in Plastic Island. Fucking blow it up and split it between the cities through the state. We made that. That's ours. Let's get rid of it. And if we don't, we get to say goodbye to the earth. Just somebody's got to do something. I mean, I'm not a genius. I'm just now learning how to use the law of attraction. I'm just now trying to put this into play. I'm way late in the game. I don't know if I could do anything like that, but you kids can. Fuck, my baby, I talk to her about that all the time. Why we throw garbage in the garbage dump. I hate doing that. Even when we recycle, there's some things you can't recycle. You still got to throw it away. That's still accumulating. I don't care how much you recycle. It's accumulating and they're throwing it in the fucking ocean. Okay. For real. That's all, folks. Done. Have a great day, okay? Bye.